All right, well, I did Tobi Lou's Live on Ice, and we both did a Lou, actually.
Yeah, 2 Lou's.
As I said before, he was a former baseball player, minor league baseball player.
Okay.
And then he had an injury and had to retire early.
Oh, really?
At a young age. Well, I don't know if he was forced to retire, but I think he gave it up after the injury.
Do you know what the injury was?
No, I don't. Didn't know that till about half an hour ago. So he was actually... So this is a debut album for Tobi. He is from Chicago too, which I also found out quite early on in the track listing, and I went to double check it because he does say something about I'm from Chicago and things like that. But I really like this album just because it's a little bit fresh, and it's sort of like what a lot of people are trying to do and failing at. The one that comes to my mind is Chance the Rapper went for a more upbeat sort of album, which he's done in the past with Colouring Book. But yeah. I just think that he missed on that one, but I'm not reviewing that. I already have. Yeah, this just felt really upbeat and it was really positive. And although there is some like some angsty bars and some anxious moments on this where he's sort of bearing his soul, it is more upbeat and there is some pettiness to some former lovers. But yeah, it's a really uplifting album, and when you hear it, you know something like different's on.
Yeah. That's what this kind of was as well.
Yeah,
it wasn't as uplifting as yours.
Yeah.
Mine was quite depressing. But yeah, you could just tell it's different.
Yeah. Some people that I would relate it to, and what I've seen people, because I haven't heard of Tobi before this album, and I was actually very surprised because when I first read the first comment of the thing, it was, this album is hard. I was not expecting it to be this type of hard. Like, I was expecting hard bars,
like trap kind of stuff.
Yeah, but this is like good hard, the different versions of hard. So yeah, guys like Kyle, Drum, and I've seen people say he's better than Kyle, which I would agree. I think Kyle is a bit more gimmicky than this. There's a lot more substance.
J. Cole, you mean?
Who?
Wait, who are you saying? He's like who?
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you're saying Kyle or Cole.
No, Kyle.
Yeah, okay.
Kyle's like a little bit more gimmicky and more pop oriented, even though a lot of this could be classed as R&B pop. I think he's just got a little bit more substance. I think Drum is probably just like a little bit better, a little bit more mainstream, so he just sort of gets the edge for me. But a lot of the angst on this, and it's, some would call it cringe, but not really. Once you get to listen to the songs, he has some quite angsty titles for songs, but they don't really mean anything. They mean something in the grand scheme of things,
but not like for each particular song.
One of the songs,
read some out, because I do listen to like the Suicide Boys a lot, and
no, it's not like
Bones.
that.
Okay, because they are quite angsty and edgy, and quite cringe at times.
One of them is Crying in the Club.
I like that one a lot.
Delete My Number, Baby. Sometimes I Ignore You Too, and I Was Sad Last Night, Now I'm Okay.
I like that one.
That's actually a really good song. I'm going to talk about that one later, but
I think Crying in the Club is my favourite.
Yeah, that's something Drake would say. He probably has said that before.
I think he has.
But then again, like, once you listen to those songs, they have different meanings to what it is. But I just want to go over a few things that are bad with the album. Then I'm going to break down some songs and I'm going to play some clips. One of them is its length, 21 songs, an hour 17. That is longer than the new Toy Story movie. I only know that because...
I really like that comparison. That's so good.
I only know that because Chance the Rapper's album was 1 minute shorter, and then I know this one's a little bit longer, so that's where I got that from. I didn't pull that out of nowhere. That's had been researched.
that is fact.
And there is some filler. Like, I had the track list up here just before. I really like over half of these songs, but songs like that, Old New, My Party, Favorite Substitute, 17CG and Crying in the Club, theme music, those songs I just didn't really like as much. And the one thing that I can say to this is it's consistently good, but I just think it's too much. Like, I think we're overloaded. But say if you didn't like I Was Sad Last Night, Now I'm Okay, or I'm Okay Now, you might like theme music.
Yeah.
Like, they're not so dissimilar that I can't differentiate them. Like, I know that this song's this and this song's that, but I know why I like this song and why I don't like that song. So if you don't like the particular things of this random song X, but you do like it of Y, you're still going to have like a crossover. There's still going to be an appreciation for both sides, which I have for the whole album, which is pretty rare for a 21 track album over an hour long.
21.
Yeah. And another thing that I have to touch on really quickly is the quite obvious influence from Drake is coming through on this album. It's not as bad as some other artists have copied Drake or Kanye or things like that to that nature. The Weeknd. I'm looking at guys like Jaden Smith, Black. You know the people I'm talking about. Like Nav, whatever his name is.
He did that. You know how Genius does? I think it's Genius does that cosign.
Yeah.
Where like pretty well-known rappers just watch videos of other rappers.
Oh yeah. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. He was on there, like Nav or whatever the fuck, and he called one rapper corny, and everyone in the comments was just like, "Imagine being called corny by Nav."
That's an insult.
That is.
And it's not as obvious as those guys, and on some tracks you can't even pick it out, but on some it's so instant. And as well, Lupe Fiasco, who's from Chicago, you can hear it, especially on the song That Old Nunu. That's the one that I picked it out immediately, but that was the only one that I really picked it up on. Cheap Vacations, you can hear a little bit, but Drake comes through on tracks like what was that song called? Delete My Number, Baby, Humpty Dumpty, and Ice Cream Girl, which are three of my favorite tracks on the album. But it's not a bad thing to sound like Drake. I think Drake is very accessible, and that's one of this guy's powers. It's very accessible, but it's also quite artistic. Like, he's not sacrificing his talents to do something else. That is his talent. He's really good at creating and cranking out catchy hooks and catchy melodies, and guys are good at it. Post Malone, Drake, even Kanye West, especially Kanye West.
And Lil Nas X.
There you go, and Lil Nas X, even though he does the same one 20 times. I mean, he's not wrong. It still is catchy.
It is.
But yeah, I'm going to break down a few of the... Is that all I had for the negatives? I think so. Yeah, that was, because I didn't write my review down this week. This is all off the top.
How do you do... Like, how do you... Do you keep a list of negative things and just, like, mentally check them off as you go, or, like...
No, when I'm listening to it, because what I'll normally do is say I'm driving somewhere. If I drive there... I'll listen to it, and then when I drive home, I review it.
Oh, okay.
So, like, say if I say I didn't like these two aspects, right? Sounding like other people and the length. So I'll listen to the album on my way to work or on my way to uni or whatever, and then on the way back, I won't listen to any music. I'll just like think of things to say, and then it's just sort of. Then I've sort of rehearsed it like 3 or 4 times. Then I can be like, okay, I just need to talk about this, and then it'll just sort of come to me.
Of like expand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I can't do that. Like, I've got those dot points.
Yeah.
But they'll just be like scattered around in my mind, and I've just got to like go searching through like random memories and grocery lists and other shit to try and find it.
Yeah.
My brain's fucked.
Alright, I'm getting rid of that one because I don't really want to talk about that one. So I have, how many songs do I have? 5 here, and I'm gonna play maybe 2 or 3. So Humpty Dumpty is one of the better tracks. So the 5 that I've picked out are 5 of my favorite. If anyone wants to write these down or listen to it, here they are now. I Was Sad Last Night, I'm Okay Now, 8702, Looped Up, Humpty Dumpty, and Ice Cream Girl. So Humpty Dumpty is obviously about falling for someone. He fell for them, and now he's broken.
I like that.
And it just starts off, I'm so clumsy, fix me up please, fell for you like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty is an egg.
No, he's a cannon.
I mean, he's a cannon.
Originally. We're getting into history of nursery rhymes now.
Mate, we cover everything.
Yes. So the first verse is, I'm so clumsy, such a doozy, I'm so awkward, so damn goofy, you're so awesome, I've got problems, don't you want them? Probably not, huh? This ain't my forte, but do you like foreplay?
Oh.
Was that way too forward? Forgive me, I'm sorry. And then I really like this line, I just thought that we could be something, but if nothing lasts forever, maybe we should be nothing.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's tough. And what I failed to mention at the beginning was this album is very cartoony. Even the album artwork, which Robert will put up on the screen, but I will show him when I find my phone.
Mate, it's been up the whole time we've been talking.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I do want to see it.
It's very... And it follows sort of like this life that you would see in a cartoon. Like I said, it's very bubbly, very upbeat. But that's it there. So it's very cartoony.
It is quite like bubbly in its
fun.
style.
Yeah.
But what it means is obviously quite isolating and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool how it's got like the two different like
Yeah.
sides, but they make sense together.
Exactly. Then I want to talk about, because I'm going to play the two songs that I want right at the end. So 8702 I thought was really good. It's more of a rapping song in comparison to the rest of this album anyway, but I really like his line. What did he say? What did he say? Ran into my ex, she said, hey, how you been? But I don't like to reminisce. Everything I took 10 minutes ago just hit, so I'm going to need a little bit.
Ooh.
And then towards the end, he said, someone stepped on my shoes. Now I'm really feeling pissed, but I ain't going to trip because he was just tripping over his ex-chick. See why I don't reminisce.
Oh.
So he did a little callback to the
I like
previously.
That. That's pretty cool.
And then this song, Looped Up, is the one I'm going to play. And I was so sad. I was sad. Now I'm sorry. Now I'm okay. Ice Cream Girl, really good song. Obviously about a woman that he really likes and that he sort of sees as the savior. On a hot day, she's the ice cream girl. And it has a nice callback. The chorus is really good, and he sort of like plays on pop culture in a lot of it. So he says, tears in my eyes when Mufasa died, ice cream girl when it's hot outside, yeah, party like it's 99, yeah, hit me baby one more time, blueberry coupe with the vanilla sky, Tom Cruise on my neck, that's vanilla ice, I think I just hit my prime, hit me baby one more time.
I like that.
I feel like Beyonce, all I do is slay, Santa on the way, host gone crazy, I say, hey baby, I'm on my day. They say be there at 8. You know I showed up late. And then he said, my mama made me hater-proof, Gucci suits and gator boots. Fuck, you thought this was a fluke? Yeah, I just really want the coupe. I didn't even need the booth. You can keep that too.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I like the blueberry coupe and vanilla scoop or whatever that was.
Vanilla skies.
Vanilla skies. That was pretty cool.
Tom Cruise on my neck. That's vanilla ice.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool little like references poked in there.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Really cool. And the way it's sung too. I'm actually playing the last three because I don't think you are going to expect how he sounds.
I'm honestly just picturing like Drake.
Similar. Wait, that's not him. Wait, he's about to start.
Oh. I like that. Yeah, I can't really think of like... It is very like Drake inspired.
Yeah.
But like... Just how his voice sounds does kind of like... drive you away from Drake a little bit and like give you his own kind of thing. Yeah.
And I think the one thing that I really enjoy about this album is just like that production just sounded upbeat. And it just sort of puts you in a mood. And like I said before, it takes you away. And I think that the one thing that really brings me back to this album is how catchy it is. And I'll play like this whole album through and like be looking forward to this song coming up, or this song I know is next, or I'm gonna have a run of 4 songs that I really like, which you don't really get from an album of this length, and something that you don't really get an album for us as listeners anyway that like sounds like that. Like I don't think you would listen to like an album that sounded like that, like an upbeat
No.
album all the way through. You're more like trap influenced and
More like sad boy.
underground vibe. So to capture people's attention for over an hour is really impressive. Which one did I say? Looped Up has like a Japanese chorus, Japanese verse rather.
Okay.
Really weird, but yeah, I really like this song. This is my favorite song on the album. I just really like the chorus, and the pre-chorus is really good. I'm gonna play a little bit of both really quickly. Yeah, really good. And just the way he uses his voice in this is really impressive. Let me find it.
I like that. Ooh. Oh! What a bop.
And then this is just the pre-chorus, and then the chorus. No, wait, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a completely different dude. Oh. Oh. Wow, I like this.
And then the Japanese guy is pretty good too.
Wow, that's made me happy.
And then the Japanese guy even put some English lines in there. Wish I was good at shooting hoops. And then at the end he sings like the start of the chorus. It's been a very long time since you've seen me.
That's dope. I like that a lot.
Yeah, really cool. And yeah, I just really love the chorus and the pre-chorus of that. Like that gets me. That's my favorite song on the album. I just love it. And it's not even like the consensus pick for a lot of people. A lot of people like Ice Cream Girl, Humpty Dumpty, even Orange Reprise, which I didn't talk about, which actually a guy on Reddit helped produce.
Okay.
Yeah.
The same guy that just sent Offset a beat.
Oh, no. He actually remixed another song by him, and Toby got into contact with him, and
Okay, that's pretty
they
cool.
worked it out like that. But I was sad last night. I'm okay now. Is definitely the culmination of this
I thought
album.
you were saying you were sad.
Oh,
last
no.
night. Like, where's this going? Did you listen to this and it cheered you up?
Yeah, this song has got some really great compositional moments on it. The beat switch right in the middle is really great. You don't see it coming at all, and sometimes you might even miss it. It's so sudden and so seamless that it's almost impossible to recognize, and definitely impossible to predict. And I really like the way that he sort of, you can tell that this song is like cut up and played like over the top of each other. It's not one smooth recording.
Oh, yeah,
which gives it a little bit of texture. Like, what does he say? He says, what did he say? I'm on the grind every day, like Pretty Ricky. Like it comes in like at a different sort of pitch, and they just sort of like come
so you
in
can
like
tell
that.
It's like two different.
Yeah, like
sessions.
they're sort of talking to each other almost. And the beat's really good on this. But this song actually has a really cool message. I was sad last night. I'm okay now. Has a few meanings, as if saying that like he had a bad night, but also his past life was bad. But now that he's famous, he's okay now. And he even says, got some money from the bank, put 20 in the tank. Best friend gave me 5. That's a PayPal.
I like that.
And then he just said, have you ever been so hungry that you've just fallen asleep? And you've had, what does he say? I was sad last night, I'm okay now. You ever been so hungry you just lay down, you ain't even eat, you just want to sleep just so you can dream about some takeout. Number 5 with a Sprite, super size on them fries, apple pie on the side, wait, add on some chicken nuggets.
That's cool.
Yeah, really great album, really great messages on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already said my favorite songs, but overall, you can't listen to it for over an hour, I don't believe. I think you have to pick out some of the songs that you really like, and you can put them in a playlist.
Yeah.
But then again, you're still making like a 15-track album. at that point, and I don't blame him for putting these songs on here because I don't hate them enough to like cut them from the album. It's just not my cup of tea, and potentially the songs I like might not be someone else's, and they would cut them. So I have an appreciation for all the tracks on here. If I had to pick a favorite, I think I've already said it, but I would definitely choose Looped Up, closely followed by, but I think the better song technically and compositionally is I Was Sad Last Night But I'm Okay Now. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, 2 sevens.
2 sevens.
Mate, that's saying something.
There you go.
I don't know what.
Either do I.